Hello, I'm Paul.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Ben.
And welcome to the Film Busters podcast. The film show with no filters, no prisoners taken, loads of disagreements, but one hell of a love for cinema.
If you want to hear three friends ridiculing each other for an hour or so regarding their taste in films, then you have come to the right place.
In each episode, one of the team picks a film for us to discuss. It could be anything from a recent cinema release to an all-time classic.
So, strap in and get ready to get mad or get vindicated as we guide you through the murky world of being a film geek.
If you like what you hear, you can also find us on Twitter and Instagram using @FilmbustersPod. You can also find each of our individual accounts. I'm at Filmbusters Paul.
I'm at Filmbusters Adam.
And I'm at Filmbusters Ben.
If you want to use your eyes instead of your ears, you can also visit the website at filmbusterspod.co.uk.
And if busting makes you feel good, you can also support us at patreon.com/filmbusters for exclusive content.
Or shoot over and get some groovy merchandise at society6.com/filmbusters.
Alright, can we just get on with this now, please?
Filmbusters. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Film Busters. We're here today with a very special guest, aren't we, Adam?
Yes we are. It might sound like Ben has a cold, but Ben's just not here altogether. So
what's he talking about?
We've had to rely on somebody else to come in and fill Ben's little socks, and that is Scotty Redding.
Hello.
Yes.
How are you, my boy?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you boys?
It's all good.
In the
excited to be talking.
How are you? It's all good.
It's all good.
That's how Adam is. It is all good.
I don't expect much from Adam anyway, so...
Right, we have our lovely guest Scott here today to talk about a film that he has suggested, which is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie from 1995.
I don't think it was just Scott that suggested this. It was you as well, wasn't it?
Maybe a team effort.
Yeah, so...
Everyone but you, Adam, I think.
Yeah, I've never seen this film before.
I'm so excited.
I think that's why it's so special, because we have three distinct things here. We have a person who's never seen it, a person who watched it as a child but hasn't seen it since, and a person who watches it weekly, I imagine.
Weekly. Monthly at best.
You watched this Scott film monthly, Scott?
What order of sentence was that, Adam? You watched this Scott film monthly, Scott?
I didn't say it like that, did I?
Not quite monthly, but often, maybe. It's just a cheery film to, kick me into touch.
Beautiful. There's nothing wrong with it. Most people will be expecting our staple of every episode, the quiz, but we're not actually doing it this week. We're actually going to save up our questions for the episode where Ben comes back from holiday and do a whole 6 questions all in one go.
Rude.
Oh shit, we're doing so you're going to do questions on this film as well?
No, I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, go Power Rangers.
See? He's got the buzz already. See? He'll be watching it next month in no time.
So what we're going to say, this is normally where you say this is the staple of every episode.
Well, we're not doing the staple. The staple has been removed from the corner of the page of this episode. But we will talk about what we will be talking briefly about in our Patreon episode at the end of this episode, which will be our top 3 childhood films.
So excited for that.
I've gone for more films I used to watch a lot as a child. Like the top films that remind me of my childhood.
Well, that's
the point.
That is the point of it, Adam, really.
Not like these were the best. Like these are the childhood films.
Well, very good. I'm very proud of you. Thank you. Thanks for doing the brief.
There's gonna be a lot of age being shown.
Yes,
Beautiful.
Kangaroo Jack, I'm sure will appear.
Our Kangaroo Jack is not appearing. Don't worry.
Oh, good. Thank God.
Scott, you watch this film on a weekly basis. Just simmer down for a moment.
I said there's nothing wrong with this, Adam, or it could be something wrong. I'm not too sure yet. He'll gonna find out very shortly. But first, if you want to check out that Patreon episode, which will be after this episode, you can go to www.patreon.com/filmbusters, and you can join the likes of Julio from the Contrarians.
Yes, you do. We also have Nerd Revert, who's also not from anything, but he's from Nerd Revert land.
He's from Texas. So is Julio. You also have Katie and Oti from For Your Reference.
Yes. And do you know who the last one is, Scott? Or are you not up to date on that?
Haven't got a clue.
It's Jamie Russell.
Really?
Jamie. He was meant to be on the podcast last week, but Ben had his injections and he was like, oh.
I'm so weak.
Yes, we better say that we were supposed to be doing an episode with Jamie Russell, but it kind of fell through because Ben was very poorly after his Moderna jab.
But the podcast hasn't vanished. It's just Ben's vanished.
It was actually vanishing, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it doesn't work as well, does it?
wasn't a good play on words.
No, vanish works better.
Well, I'm very, very good, very good. But without further ado, that means we can go straight on to the main event, which is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie.
This summer, our world will come under attack
The mayor has declared a state of emergency.
by the most evil force ever known. He has armies at his command, and only one power on Earth can stop him. Welcome to my nightmare. Now, the ultimate adventure begins.
Hi, honey. I'm home.
You garlic-sucking dingle brain!
We're the Power Rangers.
Oh,
Where's my autograph book?
More action. More adventure. More power.
The ooze is back. Use, you lose.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie.
Right, everyone, today we are doing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie from 1995 by Brian Spicer. He's a spicy man. This is a spoiler episode. We will go straight into spoilers, no hanging around. If you haven't seen this film, we're going to spoil it for you. So you better go see it or just get spoiled. We don't really mind. But first of all, Adam, you have to do a very beautiful plot summary.
This is a Power Rangers film.
Is that it?
Power Ranger stuff happens. They fight bad guys without slime.
Who's the bad guy called, Adam?
Begins with an E.
No,
Did you not
Guzzo, isn't it?
remember?
Guzzo.
Guzzo. Guzzo.
Did you watch this film?
What is it?
Guzzo. Ivan Ooze.
Ooze, that's it.
Guzzo!
I would say I was correct with the E at the beginning, wasn't I?
Not entirely sure what film you were watching. but-
Yes, Guzzo.
He was dressing up as a wizard, wasn't he? That's what I confused me.
At some point, he did dress up as some sort of wizard. Is that your plot summary?
Yeah. The guy dressed up as a wizard, tries taking over the world, and Power Rangers are like, no, we're Power Rangers.
Very good. Right, as the guest on this podcast, Scott, I'd like you to give just a little brief background of this film. Don't spoil on how much you love it or dislike this film. Who knows, you might really dislike it watching it every month. But yeah, do that, and then you can tell us what order you want us to do our first impressions.
So Power Rangers for me was huge when I was a kid, and that's where it stemmed from. When the TV show I thought was groundbreaking, brilliant, funny, odd effects, but more on that later with this film as well. But hey, and it's just about, I don't know, just it enlightens some kind of childhood like fantasy, really. I think in me. I always wanted to be a Power Ranger, kind of still do.
Which one?
Pink.
I thought so.
Stereotype. But no, I think it's quite an empowering film, and I just love it. I think I can't literally. Do I love it? I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
I feel like you love
I
it.
don't know, maybe too much. But it's not monthly, trust me.
I love it. That was a beautiful intro to the film. What order would you like us to our first impressions?
Paul, me, Adam.
Okay.
Ooh, I like
Because
that.
Adam's never seen it before, so I think
Okay.
that's.
Okay, so as a brief background for me, I remember watching Power Rangers every single day before I went to school. I remember sitting eating breakfast on like the windowsill. I don't know why I'd sit on the windowsill watching Power Rangers. And yeah, it was like a staple of my everyday. And I used to watch this film all the time as a kid, like all the time. And I remember pre-ordering the VHS from Woolworths and everything.
Me too.
Giving my little slip. You know, you don't do that anymore. And these kids don't understand. You got to give slip. Adam doesn't even understand. You got to give a little slip into
Remember
Woolworths.
that.
And
No, you don't.
but yeah, I haven't watched this film since I was a kid. Since those days of me sitting on the windowsill. And you know, these films obviously have this nostalgic value to them, but they also have this. You have a memory of them, but you don't know whether that memory holds up or not, and whether it's just it was in the moment it was good, and it doesn't hold up down the line. But it isn't this, because this was just as fun as it was when I was a kid.
Yes.
Just watching it, I was like, it brought back all the memories. I was like, I remember this bit. It's like I remember the excitement. I got goosebumps in some bit. I'm not even gonna lie. I was actually surprised by how well made this film is. There are some dodgy bits. There's some dodgy CGI in the end, but that's kind of like a product of the time. You know, the CGI was bad back then, and the choreography is still good in this film. You know, it's impressive, and I don't even remember it being that good from my childhood. But I really had fun with this film, and I give it an 8 out of 10.
Yes. So happy.
Thank you. Now it's your turn, Scott. You give your love to this film.
Cool. Same as you. It was on repeat constantly. I even remember having a VHS special features VHS. I want to say DVD, but that's not right.
Was it its own VHS with special features, or was it part of the film?
Behind the scenes and stuff like that. And because the movie wasn't out yet, I just used to watch that on repeat all the time. Like a loser. Until I think my grandma hid it away, because she was fed up. So, but it's just everything I remember about being a child just resonates with this, and it's just brilliant, and it does stand up. I mean, some of the effects are better than what films are released today, and this was 1995, so what excuse has today got?
I can agree.
Sharknado. But yeah, 8 out of 10 all the way.
Beautiful.
And it sounds low for someone that loves it, but trust me,
I think you've got to be fair. You know, it's not 100% this film, but no. It's something special and nostalgic. It has nostalgic value
completely.
And now it's Adam's turn.
God,
the boy who's never even seen this film.
I haven't seen this film, and I wish I hadn't seen this film. It does not age well. You guys are going on. It still stands. Oh my God, it looks terrible.
Bullshit.
Oh, it looks bad.
But you had a wonderful time.
There are so many things that are just so dated about it, and it's a movie aimed at kids. Fair play. It's like from the second it opens and you see them parachuting in on that little thing, you're like, what is the production value on this?
Oh, you wait till I have to talk about that scene.
Oh my God, it's so... I mean, it's for kids. I don't know. I don't really know what to say about it. I should have... If I watched this when I was... Like you guys talk about it, yeah, I'd have some nostalgia towards it and enjoy it more. But it's just a kids' film. And it does nothing for me at this age. It's like... there was... One of the fight scenes was like reasonable. It just feels very dated. In a lot of ways, it feels dated as well. It's just like they meet the random woman in the bikini. It's just like, what the hell's going on over here? And then she does says loads of cheesy lines, and then they fuck off again. It's just like, what the hell is going on, man?
Bloody hell!
I was like, if it was any longer than it was, and we weren't doing the podcast, I probably wouldn't have got to the end of it. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10.
Whoa! What is wrong with you?
That was low.
It does nothing for me. I don't know what you expected.
To be honest, I kind of guessed that you were gonna go with it or just be like, I absolutely hate this.
I just had there was. I get that you guys had something to cling on with it, and I would watch Power Rangers when younger, but this film just does. It's just. It's the memories that you guys are attaching it to that make this film good. The film itself is not good, and I don't have those memories to attach to the film. It's not. I know you watch a lot of crap, Scott, and you give a lot of crap some decent ratings, but...
Whoa.
I genuinely think this film could stand up against some, like, other classics.
Example?
Okay, this is a big statement, and I'm not saying... Because the film I'm about to say is better than Power Rangers, but I think some of the effects and just how fun it is could stand up with Big Trouble in Little China.
Really?
Yes.
You're literally putting these two films in the same sentence here, Paul.
I just want to incite some anger from Ben while he's not here.
Ben's gonna be furious. I'm furious with you. I don't know what to say. It's just so stupid, man. It's like the bit when the knife is just flying around, go.
What? It chops the.
And then they do like the fucking
the skip.
it's just. There's a lot of bad things about this film. I don't really know what to say about it though. It's like this is a kids' film at the end of the day. So it's going in to watch a film that's not made for you at all, and you've got to try and get some enjoyment out of it.
Well, it's better than Sonic.
No, it's not.
But you are. I love Sonic. I thought Sonic was really good, but this.
What did you rate Sonic, Scott?
I think at 8 as well. I think.
But this is better. This
is top tier 8.
Yeah, but then you guys are saying it because you have the nostalgia attached to it.
Of course. Tell me, Adam, what did you think of Ivan Ooze as a villain?
Most bog standard villain. I mean, like, he's a kid's villain, isn't he? He's taken over the world by giving kids goo.
He's fun. He's got a great
if you're
personality.
Fucking 10 years old, he's great.
He's quite creepy. He's scary. He wants to let the parents walk off the cliff.
Exactly. Dark. Now go kill yourselves. Go on, off you go. Leap to your doom. That is what he says.
Yes, leap to your doom. Okay, let's briefly walk through the plot of this film. I'm going to give you some key moments, and we're going to talk through them. Let's start with that skydiving scene. As soon as it opened, I was like, this is a low budget film, and they're skydiving. I was like, this is great. Did you not think? And when they were actually skydiving, when it was actually you see them, I was thinking these effects aren't even that bad. It looks like they're skydiving.
How much does it cost to make someone skydive? You just rent a plane, don't you, and put all the actors in it and fucking jump with a cameraman.
Well, this is what I'm assuming because Adam's saying it looks so bad when they were skydiving.
No, the landing bit looked awful. That close up of them hitting the little red circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because that's the point.
Yeah, they're supposed to land on the cross.
It's just so tacky and cheesy from the beginning.
What? Because they landed on the cross? Did you wish they didn't land on the cross? At least one of them should have missed.
Going on around it.
Well, what was it? It was the jump-a-thon to save the observatory.
It's for charity, Adam.
God, Adam, don't you agree with charity?
There's better ways to raise money for charity.
One of my biggest concerns about this film actually is the fact that nobody knows their Power Rangers, but they all seem to be wearing the
block colour of the Power Ranger they are. Yes,
and nobody notices.
They do this in the TV show. They do this in every.
They don't even change their costumes. Really. They just get a bit more. They're just wearing t-shirts that suddenly turn into like lycra, and they wear the weird helmets with their mouth imprinted on it. And every time they talk, the mouth bit doesn't move. It's really weird.
It's a suit.
It's a helmet.
Yes.
Yeah, but we don't need lips imprinted on a helmet.
They will get shot in the mouth.
You don't need the lips imprinted. Just have a flat bit.
You'll get the ooze in the mouth. No one wants ooze in the mouth. Then they will be controlled.
I'm saying you don't need the lips imprinted on it. It just
What's
makes
wrong
it
with
weird.
the lips? That's a staple of every Power Ranger. You need the lips on it.
Yeah, but it's just
lips.
weird when they don't move.
That's fine. They were barely in their costumes in this film, to be honest.
That's true. That is very true.
Have probably the easiest gig in the world. They don't have like all the hard bits were done by probably stunt guys.
I don't think so. Does it get done by stunt guys? Because I swear they can actually do it. Tommy can do it. Even though we hate him, Tommy, the White Ranger, can definitely do all that shit.
Was that the main guy with the long hair?
Yeah. The guy who has to get everything right, and he has to be the one who wins.
He infuriates me from the TV show as well. It just drives me mad. This guy comes in and then just rules the roost. Just drives me crying. And he's a baddie in the first, when he comes into the Power Rangers TV show.
I can't even remember anything
The
from
Green
the TV
Ranger.
Show. I remember them like fighting, and then it was like falling into like power lines and stuff like that when it was like proper. I preferred it when it wasn't the CGI like it was in the end. That was better for me.
Yeah.
When it was practical,
physical, Jesus
and
Christ.
physical. It was a physical human in a suit.
True that. You're right, Adam.
I just don't know what else to say about this film. I mean, I've not got a lot to say on it because there isn't really much for me to take away from it and comment on.
That's fair enough.
Totally.
If we just talk through some things, then you'll just bring some insight from you.
Yeah, I'll
into
just
what
say
you
how
thought.
bad it was.
Okay, how about the soundtrack?
Action boy now, action girl now. That song has been stuck in my head ever since.
They did start off with the Red Hot Chili Peppers though, so it kind of was like, oh, okay.
Is that where one of your stars come from?
Yeah. Red Hot Chili Peppers covering Stevie Wonder. It's like, what more do you want?
They dropped a few bangers in this film. I was loving it.
Come on, it ended on uh-oh, we're in trouble.
Adam loved that bit. He was probably asleep on that bit. Did you
And they
actually
set
pay
off the
attention to that
fireworks,
bit?
and all like, oh, look at the fireworks. They left all their food to go look at the fireworks. So they just keep on
for
eating.
God's-
You can sit down and look at the fireworks.
If this was a 10-star film, you would not be talking about people getting up to watch fireworks. So, whether or not they actually did their own choreography or not, I still think it was some damn good choreography. Their flips and everything. It was proper choreographed shit. I thought it was good.
It's just cheesy choreographed shit.
Oh, for God's sake, Adam.
If you go to any kind of old school Jet Li film, they'll be doing the same shit as this.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem as tacky. I don't know why.
Is it because they're not dressed as like flying monkeys?
I think it's more. I think it's more the sound effect of the.
Can you get all the and they're saying a quippy line every fight.
Yeah.
That adds to it.
At the end of the
mate.
day, if you're fucking 8 years old, this film is the best thing in the world. Obviously, you're like, oh
Clearly.
my god, look at these guys smashing the shit out of each other. Go Power Rangers. But when you're not, it's just like.
It's funny because there is a love for this film. There really is. There's like
I know.
there is a
Of course, there is going to be a love for this film.
massive love
I
for this
get
film.
why. Like you two have just personified why people would love this film. But if you're watching it the first time for the age of 26, it's like some bits don't translate as
I can
well.
kind of agree. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't stand up. But we got so many comments from people on Twitter, like for reviews for the end of this episode.
Of course they did, because there's people
And
who
they
grew up
were
watching
all
this film. I
positive.
just never watched it when I was younger.
They must all be the same age as me and Scott. I tell you a part that I remember watching that scared me as a kid. I remember feeling it was quite scary because it was something that I'd watch on TV, and it was the standard of the TV episodes. But then when this happened in the film, it was quite scary, and I was like, oh, this is a bit off-putting. And this when Zordon was laying in the crystals. And it was
when
like,
he's dying.
Yeah, and I was like, oh. I remember not liking it and being creeped out by it. I don't know why. Do you know that Bryan Cranston plays him in the new film, Adam?
But I mean, Brian Croissant.
Yeah, Bryan Croissant, as you like to call it.
I called it that once, but
Bryan Cranston, like, promotes this film. He's basically saying he loves this film by being in the new Power Rangers film.
well,
So
I
you must
mean, of
love
course,
it too.
I'm not having a go at people for liking it. I just don't. I don't like it. I'm not being like, oh my god, your opinion on film and everything is shit because you like this film. That's not what it is.
Do you want to know the bit that I got goosebumps at?
I do.
The bit where the woman comes and fights off all the things, the bit that
birds.
you hated. When she came, I was like, oh, I remember this bit, and it gave me goosebumps.
That's cute.
It's pretty
I
cute.
get why people love it. Like, I'm not disputing that. I just didn't. So
I want you
However-
to tell me why you hated it though, Adam. Why did you hate that bit so much?
it was just so tacky and just like cheesy. She comes along and go, oh, get out of here, and then she's like, oh no, you're gonna fight ooze. I must give you knowledge that you're all your animals. You've all got strengths. And then she goes up to the frog guy, and she was like, what's the frog strength? And she goes, oh, the one that the prince kisses or something like that.
She doesn't even tell him what his strength.
Exactly. She just tells you get kissed by a princess or something. It's like, how's that going to help me out in the middle of a battle, bro?
What's the quote from that bit, Scott? I know you kept quoting this film while I was watching it.
And I didn't even hear it out loud either.
Yeah, it was
Terrible. Which bit?
The frog bit.
Adam, what's wrong? I'm a frog. Yes,
Yeah.
like the handsome prince.
Yeah.
You give it a kiss.
Yeah, exactly. It's so stupid.
I do love this film.
I'm not going to argue about. It's not like this type of film like before, when one of us gives it a low score, one of them gives it a high score, and you kind of have an argument about why you guys think it's good and why I think it's shit. It's not that type of film. It's just not. So there's reasons
Oh, no,
why.
I know,
And the
I know.
reasons why you like it aren't because of the film, so you can never argue on those points.
But I want you to tell me why it's shit, Adam.
I'm not getting into it, bro. I've
Come on,
told
tell
you
why
enough.
it's shit. We're doing
Because
a
it's just
review. I want you to
tacky.
tell me.
It's cheap, and it's
Tell me why you weren't really excited when they all got given the new animals: the bear, the ape, the wolf, the crane, the
Because
frog.
I didn't give
and
a
the
shit about
falcon.
any of them.
Tommy gets the falcon because he has to be the best. Why did you hate that bit when we
Surely
loved
a
it?
bear is better than a falcon. I'd rather be a bear than a falcon.
Yeah, he's got to be the flying one, doesn't he? He's got to be
Yeah,
the
he's got
one.
to have all the special fucking powers. I'm like, shit. Jesus Christ.
They're like, oh, falcon means
He's
America.
got a flying sword. He might as well have a flying animal as well.
I want you to tell me one part you did
can't.
like
I
about
can't
this
quiz you
film.
on why you hate. Why
No,
you love
I
it.
want you to tell me one bit you did like about this film.
Yeah, you gave it 3 stars, so there must have been something in there.
I mean, it's not terrible. Like, I mean, I did
you
probably
pretty
think I
much
might
said
turn
it's
this
terrible.
off, but I thought, no, it did keep me enough not to turn it off.
I mean, you just called it tacky, cheesy.
I guess I don't know. I guess I can kind of see why you guys like it, and you can see glimmers of that, and that's probably what brings it up for me. But at the same time, it's not enough to bring it anywhere past that.
Did you have a favourite bit?
Not really.
For God's
What was the
sake.
bit that you thought was the most entertaining? If you had to watch this film again, but you had to watch one scene, they say you had to watch 10 minutes again. What bit would you watch?
Probably the ending.
What, the CGI battle?
I mean, there's something happening. Oh no, the bit that was quite good was the bit when they go to the temple, and like the rock person comes
The
out.
stone
Rock
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of decent.
And they're fighting in, like, bare feet and socks.
Yeah,
Kicking rocks.
and he gets the other guy to slice the other one in half.
Yeah, that was a good
Yeah.
bit. I was like, how did they get away with this? This is like brutal. I know
Not
it's
really
a rock.
brutal, is it? It's not
I know
blood
it's
or
a
anything.
rock, but it's still something being chopped in half.
It's like at the beginning scene with the ooze goblins, and they kick his head from either side.
Oh
And
yeah, oh yeah. That was a bit when his eyes pop out his head. That was very out of place. It didn't feel like it was part of the film.
I don't know, but
Did you like that bit, Scott?
of course, I just love everything. Just
I can go with you for saying how bad the what are they called, the
Zords.
The
yeah,
Zord
the
fight.
CGI is really, really bad.
very bad,
Really bad.
very bad. They should have stuck to
That's
it.
the type of stuff that dates the film quite badly as well. I think there was that era of like this when CGI was becoming good,
Yeah,
and so was the quality of cameras, and like you couldn't quite get away with it. It's like the CGI in the Star Wars trilogy that came out around then looks worse than the stuff back before.
it's all been
But
replaced now,
because-
though, isn't it?
Well, it's not more practical effects then, but it's like the CGI wasn't up to standard with the quality of the films, like everything else around it. So it stands out a lot
Yeah,
more.
it just looked out of place. It just, like,
It looks too computerized. It's like
and I don't know. There's something about Billy, who's the wolf, leaping to grab the tail of the Zord, and while the frog has got his tongue wrapped around his neck, and then the ape leaping off a building to jump on the back of the other one. It's just it sounds really bad, but I think it's the CGI and the effects are worse in the film than they are in the actual TV show.
Yeah.
probably because they probably put more money into it, and they were like, "Oh, let's go really big on the CGI," and it just doesn't work on big scales.
Got that polish on it that you can just tell it's
Yeah, it's just too-
computerized.
yeah.
It's just
But the thing is, they have some very fun practical effects. Like when they're fighting the I think it's a Triceratops skeleton. It's like that was practical.
Yeah.
And that worked for me. It's like
There was also a bit when they were with the woman in the bikini, and they're walking up the steps, and she was like, "Let's go for a walk," and they're walking up this like, it's meant to be a mountain. And there's a green screen of the ocean in the background.
I didn't even notice.
no, I didn't even notice that.
Oh, if you watch it again, Scott, when
Scott-
you watch
Scott
it next
will
week,
watch
Scott,
I may have been watching it earlier.
He has watched it today, actually. And I think you actually watched the CGI bit today.
I did.
have you watched this film more times than Titanic?
No. No, I don't think so.
I mean, it's about half the length of Titanic as well. So, have you watched this film multiple times in one day, Scott?
No.
Above the age of 20.
No.
Have you watched Titanic more than times once in one day?
Yes. I literally stopped it and started it again. But I was very hungover, and I just wanted a chill day, and that's my thing.
It's nothing
Was it
wrong with
Titanic where you had to buy a new copy of it because you
Yes.
burnt it?
All right, Adam. Yes. Both VHS and DVD. Leave me
You
alone,
ordered
right?
the DVD out.
Yeah. I
Scratched.
pre-ordered everything.
Very rough with your DVDs. I can understand the VHS. That's just going to die very quickly. So, Adam,
Mm-hmm.
what exposure to Power Rangers do you actually have? Because you seem to know the theme tune, but why would you know the theme tune?
I mean, everybody knows the theme tune of Power Rangers.
Do they?
Yeah. Yes. It's not a fucking complicated power theme. It goes go go Power Rangers.
Yeah, but it's the way you say it.
Yeah, you actually do it in tune.
Go go Power Rangers.
See, you're doing it now.
I remember I watched the TV series
Mighty
a bit when I was a
Morphin
kid,
Power Rangers.
but I don't remember anything about it. I couldn't tell you any of their names, any of the animals, or any of that bullshit. I just remember watching it.
Just yellow, red, pink, blue, black,
Black.
fucking green, and fucking white.
I want you to tell me, Adam, if our TV show was Power Rangers in our era, what would be the staple children's TV show for you?
What ones I watched a lot?
Yeah.
I mean, I was never into like watching a TV show and repeat. My sister was, so I kind of watched whatever she was watching.
Come on.
Soccer Saturday doesn't count.
She used to love what was ever on Disney Channel. But then I was a bit older by then.
I
So
think you were very afraid to actually tell what your answers are.
there's no, I don't like. There's not loads of stuff that screams to me from my childhood of like watching it. Like, I didn't go around. I probably did. My parents was probably gonna be annoyed about this. I probably begged for loads of shit from a TV series, and I don't even remember it. Yeah, I know. I just like you two have such a connection to this, and I get it, but it just not for me.
My grandma knitted me all 5 Power Rangers, and as teddy bears.
Whoa, that is dedication.
That's dedication.
So was it
All of them apart from the,
was it the
white
white-
or green one.
Did you say you didn't want that
Yeah.
one? I was about to say which one was
I
it.
hate Tommy.
Neither.
I really hope Tommy's listening to you.
Sorry, Tommy, if you're listening. Yeah,
He's apparently a bit of a dickhead, so that's fine.
Do they shag at the end of the film, him and the girl? Don't they? Because
I mean, it's a kids' film. You don't see that.
yeah, but
I'm sure they did.
They heavily imply that one's for the adults.
I didn't remember that Kimberly, the Pink Ranger, Adam. If you want to know, 'cause I know her name personally.
Yeah.
Amy Jo Johnson, her
I didn't know
actress's
that.
real name.
I didn't know that bit. I didn't know that they were actually. Are they actually kind of a couple in Power Rangers? Or is it
kind
just,
of,
Just
yeah,
that thing
it's-
of like
it's-
that TV shows that the hot couple just the two hot ones have to be together,
Of course.
like in
Yeah, wow.
Scooby Doo.
I'm also.
Fred and Daphne. That's right?
Yeah.
Fred and Daphne.
Oh yes, yeah.
No, Velma wasn't it?
No,
No,
Velma's the smart,
Velma's the geek.
geeky one.
The one with brown hair.
Yeah, in a
Yeah,
bob.
she was always hotter.
God, what?
She was always what?
I always thought she was a bit hotter.
Well, Adam's got a type. Adam likes Velma. If anyone out there looks like Velma, hit us up. I was actually surprised how much airtime some of the Rangers get. Like, I feel like they don't really focus on
Rocky, the red one.
Rocky. Yeah, red one.
Adam.
Adam,
The
is that black one?
Yeah, I only found out halfway through the film he's called Adam. They didn't really talk to him until then.
The yellow
That's
one.
what got one of the stars, because one of them's called Adam. And yeah, Aisha, the yellow one. It's pretty much. I mean, the blue one, he definitely gets more airtime in the TV show.
Yes, he's like the brainiac of the group and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
But it was literally just the Kimberly and
White
Tommy
Ranger.
show. Really,
Yeah.
they were front and center.
So, because the Aisha, Adam, and Rocky aren't the original 3.
Oh yeah, because it was very racist. The original 3.
No,
Yeah, it was very racist.
was it?
Yeah, there was a Chinese one was the Yellow Ranger. A
I
black one was the Black Ranger.
I never put that together.
Yes.
That's terrible.
And what was the other colour that I said? Red.
Red.
Red was just the white man because Arsenal.
But I did know that the original Yellow Ranger passed away. That's why.
Oh really?
Yes.
What was it? Was it female?
Yeah.
Oh,
I know that.
oh that's sad.
But they are less. I don't think it shows their personalities enough,
No.
and I don't think.
Yeah, but aren't you meant to know all that before you go into the film? Like,
Yes,
this is
you
obviously
are. You
people
are.
who've repeatedly watched the TV series every day at breakfast,
Yes.
and they just go and watch and do a bit more shit.
But they should get some airtime. I mean,
Yeah.
if they're developed characters, they should get some airtime. That is one of my grievances with this film. That it is just the Tommy and Kimberly show, really.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that a kids' film didn't give enough character development and a story arc. to
Not
the
even
others.
character development. Any
There's
time
7
on
characters. That's quite a
screen.
lot to keep a thing on.
How many
6,
key
isn't it?
characters are in Toy Story, Adam?
6.
Yeah, but it's only the Buzz and Woody show, really.
It's actually the Woody show.
It's actually Woody's show. We've actually spoken about this before, Adam. It's actually
That's
all
Toy Story
about
4.
Woody.
It's Woody's story. The whole thing
The
is
whole
Woody's
thing's
story.
Woody's
It's Woody's insecure masculinity when Buzz comes along and treads on his patch, and how he has to come to terms
Whoa,
with that.
exactly.
Stop talking about me and you, Adam. for God's
Exactly.
sake.
We all get
Exactly.
hurt sometimes. We have to overcome it, and we got to learn our faults and understand and make ourselves better people by it.
Exactly.
That was deep.
And that's why it's the Woody Show.
You've got a friend in me.
Have you
off
watched?
on one.
Have you watched any other Power Rangers films, Scott?
No.
No, because I refuse to believe any other version exists. So any of this turbo space mountain shit, I've refused to watch.
Do you
Yeah.
still watch
However-
Power Rangers to this day?
What?
Do you still watch like the new generation of Power Rangers? Because
No.
I imagine there's a TV show still going on with Power Rangers.
I think it is, but no, I don't. I have occasionally put on a few of the old episodes because I think they're still on Netflix actually, with some questionable villains, but they're great. But yeah, other than that, no. But I have watched the reboot.
And it's good.
I enjoyed it.
The film.
Yeah, I really
Bryan,
enjoyed
Bryan
it.
Cranston film is good, Adam.
Yeah,
I think I might have rated it the same as this one.
I think I did too. I mean, apart from the whitewashing of Rita, it's actually a good film.
Yeah. Rita is what's her name from
Elizabeth Banks.
Knocked Up. Not Knocked Up. Yes, Elizabeth Banks.
Elizabeth Banks. Yes.
Yeah.
I have something to say about the woman in the bikini that frightens off the bird people.
Oh, her name is Dulcia.
Dulcia.
Yeah.
So when she's twirling her sticks, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. You told me about this. I didn't
So
notice.
She's obviously twirling them in her hands, like all like arty, farty, and all that crap. And then in the wide shot, there's two sticks attached to the. So she's literally just twirling them around with these sticks instead. It's just like, oh, the magic's lost.
She's holding
there. The
stick
magic's
extensions.
lost. Stick extensions
That help her to spin her sticks.
Terrible. But
That is why it's an 8-star, not a 10 out of 10.
yeah, I love the dinosaur bit. I think that was great.
It was.
I don't know.
Are the dinosaurs the reason why no one can get to the temple? Because I was thinking, oh, these are all the skeletons of the people who haven't made it.
Ah, interesting.
But then there's not really. There's just dinosaur skeletons everywhere.
I don't think, as for a kids' film, they'll put human skeletons in it. Really, to be
Yeah,
honest.
probably not.
I think kids more like dinosaur skeletons, really.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I was upset there was no what are the things called where you hit them with
Power
one punch?
Rangers?
No.
They're like are they dummies? Then they get hit with one punch and they get destroyed from the TV show.
Oh, fudge.
There's something like
I know what you mean.
dummies or something.
Yeah. They're also in the onesies, aren't they?
Oh, that's gonna be
and they go
annoying me now.
like.
Yeah.
Yes, I know what you mean.
I've got to
that's
find
gonna-
out.
That's going to drive me mad. That's another bad point for this film is the fact that it's not got a lot of Rita and Lord Zed in it.
I know they're in the snow globe.
They're trapped. In fact,
Putties.
putties.
They're called putties.
In fact, at the end of this film, they are chanting "Go Rangers! Go Rangers!"
They had an
There's
arc.
a little kid at the end of it. Does he ever join the Power Rangers?
That's what I wanted to
No,
know.
I don't think so.
I feel like I need to research that as well. I actually put that in my notes. Does he? What's his name? Fred?
Fred. And
He
you know
wants to be
what?
the Silver Rangers, isn't he? Or the Gold Ranger?
He's not as annoying as kids are in films. He's actually quite tolerable.
Yeah, he's not terrible.
No.
Oh my god.
What?
Fred Kelman is the Gold Sagittarius Ranger in Power Rangers Rebirth. However, this version of Fred is an adult and also a former Air Force pilot who later became a government agent.
I didn't know that.
And look who it is.
Same actor.
It's what's his name?
Is that Justin Long?
Yeah, Justin Long is Fred
No.
Kelman and he's the Gold Ranger. What is this
That's
film?
a lie. Surely.
Power Rangers Rebirth. I'm just doing some research, Adam.
I can tell.
We're on it now.
Power Rangers Rebirth. It looks like a pile of shit. How can Justin
Does
Long
it?
be in this? How can
No, it can't be.
How can Justin Long be in this pile of shit?
What's that?
There's a picture of Justin Long, and it just says he's in the show.
That can't be right.
How can Justin Long be in that pile of shit?
I
Apparently
mean,
he
I
is.
think he probably does a lot of films to make your name, don't you?
The fuck?
That's true. Is that...
How can Michael
Michael
B.
B.
Jordan.
Jordan
is also in it? What film is this?
Wait. Isn't that... Hold on.
Is this a fake film? And what's her name?
Isn't that the one that was married to Channing Tatum?
Joanna Silverman. I have no idea.
That's not their real names.
Okay.
That's their character name.
Power Rangers Rebirth surely
I've not heard.
is going to be a animated film. Surely,
With that list, it has to be.
because if that is the cast of this film, then that sounds banging. Michael B. Jordan, you watched that, Adam. Anyway, I don't think we're talking about Michael B. Jordan. We're talking about Power Rangers Rebirth today. We're talking about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, we're gonna morph into something and kill the bad guys.
Yes, Adam, get into it.
And I think, lastly, we should just talk about Ivan Ooze as a villain,
Yes.
because I think he's funny. I think he's scary.
His lines are good.
He has some good lines.
Yeah.
I think he's charismatic. You know, he has a lot of. He's a
got
good
a
character.
personality.
He's got a lot of personality.
A lot of personality.
He's got probably more personality than
The three Rangers that don't have any lines.
the three lanes don't have any lines. And also, what's his name? Zed.
Lord Zed.
Lord Zed. He's better than Lord Zed.
Yeah. Lord Zed's like really tough.
I quite like Rita.
He's made of muscle.
Yeah, and
Literal
his
muscle.
brain is sticking out of his head. I quite like Rita though. I like her voice. She
Kind of
does it for me.
husky, like kind of high. Yeah, I can't do it. I'm not even going to try.
Hey, these Power Rangers!
Something like that. Something along those lines.
Paul, don't you do another good impression of someone from Power Rangers?
Oh yeah.
Aye, aye, aye! Power Rangers, come and help!
What's his name? Alf? No, not Alf 5. What's
Zordon.
Come and help Zordon!
There we go.
That's the little robot shit, innit?
Yeah, the little robot,
robot shit.
I was
What has he done to you?
I was also throwing my arms around like crazy, like a robot. Just so you know.
What about those two really dumb guys? They were they were funny at the beginning,
They're
and they
the
kind of
comedy-
disappeared into the film.
Bulk and Skull.
Bulk and Skull, they're the comedy like
Relief.
duo from the TV show. So
Yeah.
they are just big oafs, pretty much.
And they think they're saving the world.
Well, they're idiots.
Yeah, they're just the comedy idiots, really, of the show.
But going back to Ivan Ooze,
Yeah.
Ivan Ooze is a better villain than Apocalypse in X-Men Apocalypse.
Agreed. And he just stole his look as well.
Did you know Apocalypse originally had that curler on his chin for the X-Men film, but they had to took it off because it was too similar to Ivan
That's
Ooze.
funny. That is funny.
Well, the two little tentacles that cross over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, this is better than X-Men Apocalypse.
Oh, yes. 100% better than that. Have you seen that film, Adam?
No.
Don't.
No good.
Is that the new one that came out recently, didn't it?
No,
With,
that's...
like Sophie Turner and stuff in it.
No, that's...
Sophie Turner's in that one, isn't it?
yes, but it's not the final one, is it?
No, that's Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, that's Dark Phoenix.
Which also isn't very good.
No.
But,
Poor Sophie Turner.
Yeah, they kind of ruined that X-Men franchise right at the end there.
I mean, they ruined it from The Last Stand, so...
Yeah, pretty much. Apart from the Wolverine films, quite like them. Don't mind them.
Oh, no.
Is there anything else you want to talk about this film, Adam?
No, I'm done with
Why?
this one.
Why?
Come on, Adam.
Do you want to talk about...
I've
the
got
fact-
nothing to say about it in the first place.
Do you want to talk about the fact that when I was a kid, I'm pretty sure that I got some Ivan Ooze from the store. And
Me too.
Oh, it was real.
It was a real
Did you throw it at your parents?
More than likely, but I don't remember.
Jump off a cliff.
Leap to your doom. They did not.
Do you wish you had some as well?
Yes, it made the film a lot better if I had some.
Oh my god, I could so find you some on eBay somewhere.
bet you
I
can
would
get
have
it
thrown
still.
it at the off button on the TV.
Oh, you are very sore.
I'm joking, I wouldn't have done that.
Is there anything you want to say more about this film, Scott? Give us something you don't like,
Apart from the CGI at the
apart
end.
from the stuff we haven't spoken about.
Apart from Tommy.
Apart from Tommy.
I don't mind the kids in the film.
What, Fred?
Yeah.
Or
But
just all the children at the end?
fucking monorail. Like,
Oh, I
it's
know.
always kids. I know it's not their
Idiots.
fault they made the decision. A, how do kids learn to drive a monorail? So let's start with that.
Yeah.
They watched Simpsons episode.
I'm sure. I don't think it was out yet.
Monorail,
Was it?
monorail.
I'm sure Simpsons was. It's been out years, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
When
that
did
was
The
early
Simpsons start?
They're probably like 92.
I mean, why are
probably,
we
yeah.
trying to work out whether
That's
they
true.
learned it from The
That's
Simpsons?
true.
All right, I'm going to look it up. Marge versus
But-
the monorail.
Yeah, kids annoy me sometimes in films with decisions they make, and
It came
That
out in
being one of
January
them.
1993, so the monorail.
oh, okay.
So they actually probably did copy it
So does that make you like it more if they copy The Simpsons?
a little bit better.
Oh, yes, 4 stars. We're getting there.
But
We're getting
the
there.
monorail, the Simpsons did it better.
Well,
I did think that Fred was a bit of a genius when he got the hose, but I thought, oh, he's going to wash all the slime off them.
oh, not try and use
Not-
it to
not
power
try-
them back.
Yes.
That's true, actually. Yeah, point taken.
Yeah.
Point taken.
I thought he was smarter than he actually was, but it was just to knock him back. But it kind of worked. I don't know how. It probably took him ages to get down. It was like a canyon.
Yeah. With 2 other kids working with the crane.
Did The Simpsons teach him how to use a crane, Adam?
Yeah, and they did that in the Simpsons movie, though.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I think that came out very, very much
Maybe
later.
there's got to be more crane gags in the Simpsons than that, though.
Crane gag.
Crane guys.
But anyway, I really enjoyed this film. It was a great bit of nostalgic memory for me.
Yes.
It stood up. It stood up for me, and I actually enjoyed my rewatch. Of
Would
it.
you watch
And
it again?
I wouldn't watch it anytime soon, but I definitely
You wouldn't watch it
return to
monthly?
I wouldn't watch it monthly.
I don't watch it monthly.
Bi-monthly.
Fake guys.
When's the last time you watched it before this, Scott? Before your rewatch for this podcast?
I would say probably
I'm pretty sure it was like a month before.
February, March.
Do you not
Do-
rate
what?
it? Do you,
Like
not, do you not put it down
every
your
2
letterbox?
months? Every 2
February
months.
month. Oh, actually, yeah, I could check Letterboxd, but I'm not sure.
He watches it quarterly.
Quarterly. Yeah, we'll go with that, quarterly. It's just, I don't know. In my DVD shelf, there are some films that are at the front because they're used a lot, and that's one of them.
There's nothing wrong with it. Tell him there's nothing wrong with it, Adam.
There is nothing wrong with it. If it makes you happy, then who gives a shit?
Exactly.
Oh, Adam, bless you, babes.
Exactly. Well, fantastic. I enjoyed talking about the Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin
I could
Power
talk
Rangers.
about it
the
all
movie.
day. Adam
was,
cannot.
Adam was a bit sore on it.
Yeah.
We did what we could to try and excite him about it, but it didn't work. Okay, fantastic. Well, that leads us on nicely to some reviews from our listeners. Firstly, we have Bobby Rant, and she says, watched it for the first time in years at the Prince Charles Cinema a couple of years back, and I forgot how they backflip everywhere instead of walking. One of the films that defined my early childhood, and I still loved it. Plus, Ivan Ooze is a brilliant villain, Alan.
Alan? Alan.
Adam.
I wasn't debating that.
That is also true. They do flip everywhere.
They do. They just
Are you
somersault
jealous
everywhere.
that
literally
you
like-
didn't go to the Prince Charles Cinema to watch it?
Yes. And I'm also... I've only just recently signed up to Prince Charles Cinema, so...
Hopefully
maybe
they
I'll do
show it
another
again.
one.
You would jump at that opportunity.
Fucking will. And I'm going to bring Adam along with me. You might enjoy it more on big screen.
Yeah,
I think you should
that's
take
might be
Ben.
what you need.
You need to see it.
I'll be interested.
Oh,
in
I'll
what
take
has to
Ben.
say.
Time to the chair. Like, get out.
I'm pretty sure that Ben has a hatred for Power Rangers anyway, so it probably won't go down well. But we'll see. We'll see. He might turn sweet on it.
Next up, we have Colby Mack. One of the greatest kids' films of all fucking time. I would love to be a part of this pod. Well, maybe if we do it again, you can take my spot on it, and we might have some more love going around.
I think we might get more out of you, Colby, than we got out of Adam.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Epic film guys say some of the worst CGI ever to be shown on celluloid, but what a blast of a Happy Meal movie.
That's a way.
Agreed.
That's a way to put it.
Agreed.
Happy Meal movie. I'm sure there were some Happy Meal toys out when that came.
Yes.
They probably didn't sell the
Brilliant.
guns. Probably like a health and safety thing for the food.
You just get a Power Ranger.
Yeah, definitely. Not the white one for Scott. Keep
No,
Tommy
definitely
away.
not.
Next is from Movies After Work, and they say work of art. Couldn't put it better myself. Work of art.
Work of art. Work of art.
Next up, we have Ashley Govisto, and they say actually thought it was decent, even if the antagonist looks pretty gross.
I mean, can't go. He is
I
pretty
mean,
gross.
they're always meant to be looking gross, aren't they? That's like the whole point of a kid's villain.
Yeah.
True.
It adds to
Very
his
true.
character. He's got to look gross. He's Ivan Ooze. The Ooze Master. Lastly, we have Zach Brigman. He says, love it. Literally introduced me to Van Halen's music, albeit the Sammy Hagar fronted Van Halen. It's so stupid, but so fun. Beautiful. I like how this has impacted people's lives, this film.
Of course it is. It's a kids' film, isn't it?
That's all Adam wants to say this whole episode. It's a kids' film! Kangaroo Jack! Kangaroo Jack!
I don't know why you keep going about Kangaroo Jack.
you said it one episode and I can't ever drop it. Fantastic. That was some wonderful reviews. Thank you, everyone. Should we go to placing this film now?
Yes.
Right, so that film gets a 6.3, so it's in the same range as Tetsuo the Iron Man, Terminator Dark Fate, Bright, and The House That Jack Built, but that will definitely be moved as soon as Ben gives us his rating.
Yes.
I'm sure it will probably go down. Yes, I imagine it'll go down.
Down.
Well, fantastic. Should we move on to what our patrons have to say?
Yes, let's do that.
Right, this is the segment where we get our patrons to tell us what they have been watching and to tell you whether to watch it or to not watch it. Firstly, we have Katie and Oti. They said, we watched Jolt from Beckinsale. It had a decent start and it had a lot going for it. Also, unlike many sheep, we actually appreciate Jai Courtney and don't see him as a hindrance either. A lot of the tension built never materialises into something tangible enough to sink our teeth into. Not the best, but certainly enjoyable enough, and sometimes that's all we can ask for.
Ooh. I haven't seen Jolt. I don't really know much about it. I know it's kind of popping up all over Letterboxd at the moment, so I don't know if is it out in the UK at the moment or.
I think it's on Amazon Prime. I think it's a Prime exclusive.
Oh, okay. I mean, I might have to check it out because we've also got one here from Nerdrovert, and he's also mentioned it. He also said Jolt was a bit of a mess, but a lot of fun. So it seems to be going along that. Rhyme.
Yeah. Do you know anything about Jolt, Scott?
Jolt?
Yeah. Kate Beckinsale.
I watched it last week.
Oh, there we go.
What do you think?
And what was it like?
I give it a 6 out of 10, but I'm a sucker for Kate Beckinsale, so I'll watch whatever she's in. So it's a fucking trip. That's what it is. Is
it a bit weird? A bit all over the place?
It's like, I know it's a male. It's not a male. Fuck's sake. It's a female version of Crank.
Oh my god! Do you know what? I saw the poster.
The poster's exactly the same.
Yeah, and it's got like the jump cables.
Yes.
And she's holding jump cables on it.
Okay.
So it's all right. It's Kate Beckinsale doing her thing. You know, it's fine.
Well,
it's 6 out of 10.
That's okay. 6 out of 10. Below average.
It is below average, and it's there's wasted talent in there. You got Stanley Tucci in it, for God's sake.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, whoa.
Is it an Amazon exclusive?
Yes, I believe so. It's only on Prime, so
yeah.
Okay. Well, Nerdrovert, he also said the hype around Pig is real. It's Cage's best performance in years. It was absolutely fantastic, and I cannot recommend it enough. See, and I have seen a lot of hype around Pig, and I am quite excited for it.
Same.
Yeah, me too.
When's the last time you were excited for a Nicolas Cage film, Adam?
I didn't even know the last time Nicolas Cage did a film. Probably like maybe Mandy or something like that. That looked kind of fun.
It wasn't that good. I know a lot of people liked it. No. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely want to see Pig, 100%. Lastly, we have Julio from the Contrarians, and he says, my levels of grumpiness are rivaling Ben's these days.
Oh dear.
The new Soderbergh movie, No Sudden Move, left me mostly cold, except for a fantastic Matt Damon bit. And Gunpowder Milkshake just got on my nerves, even though most people seem to be having a good time with it. Hoping to buck the trend with A Quiet Place 2 this weekend. Well, Adam can tell you that he really liked A Quiet Place 2.
I did enjoy A Quiet Place 2. If you like the first one, I'll be very surprised if you don't like the second one. So hopefully that sorts you out, Julio. As for the rest, I haven't seen any of them.
I'm really looking forward to Gunpowder Milkshake.
I've heard a lot about it, and it seems to be popping up everywhere, so...
All I know about No Sudden Move is got Benicio del Toro in, and it's something about criminals meeting up, and they don't know what the job is or something. I'm not even sure. But I like Benicio del Toro, so I kind of want to check it out. As for Gunpowder Milkshake, I don't know much about it. I know that it's got like a female-centric cast. I know Scott probably loved that. Right, Scott?
Yeah, probably.
And it looks a bit of wacky fun.
It's walking stereotype, aren't I? That's just what it is. It's just what it is. Fuck's sake.
But yeah, I want to see all three of those films, Julio. I've not seen Quiet Place 1 yet, so I don't know.
No,
I would have thought you would be all over that.
I don't know. I have a hard time with Emily Blunt, so
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that.
not her biggest fan.
If Kate Beckinsale was in it, would you watch it?
I mean, hands down, I'd be like front row. Actually, not the front row because my neck will hurt. No, back row.
Middle
That's
seat.
even worse.
You'd be prime seat in the middle.
Prime seat in the middle. No, I can't afford that. Christ.
Just row behind Premier.
Yeah, that'll do. That'll do.
Fantastic. Thank you, patrons, for those wonderful recommendations. And we'll check you out next time, see what you have to say.
Yes.
And if you want to become a patron, you can become a patron at www.patreon.com/filmbusters.
Cross the streams.
And all we've got to do now is just tell you what our next film that we're going to be reviewing is.
Yes.
Do you
So
wanna say, Adam?
Scott's going to be back again.
Hey!
Yay.
That's kind of all you really need to know. The
thanks.
second part of information about it is we're doing a cinema film again. For probably the first time in about probably 2 years, maybe, is it?
It's been a very long time.
18 months, I'd say. It's a new one. It's a remake of a film. I don't know, did we do the original?
No, we did not do the
We
original.
didn't do the original. Anyway, we're going to do Suicide Squad.
Is it a remake?
Well,
It's a sequel.
recastment. I don't know.
It's a sequel. If you click on Letterboxd and click on
Related
Suicide
films.
Squad, it shows Suicide Squad, Birds of Prey, and the Suicide Squad,
Oh God, what a mess
all
that
as
is, man.
all as part of a series.
What a mess that is. Anyway, we'll be talking about it more next week, so we'll save those comments for them maybe once we've seen the film.
Yes, indeed. And if you want to hear more of us, we're going to go do our Patreon episode now on our top 3 childhood favourites.
Yes. See you over there.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Hello.
Filmbusters.